Hello and welcome to another Pharaoh Phoenix video. Please make sure you check out our Instagram and subscribe to the channel. So today we're looking at the key to keep yourself aligned and others around you happy and aligned too. The solution is very simple and can be applied in literally all aspects of your life. This is balance. Keeping a balanced approach on everything going on in your life is the key. So where can problems with balance come into our lives? Maybe in some cases, work balance to relationship or family life is out of balance. Perhaps we are partying more than we are focused on work or people in our lives. Maybe we eat or take part in activities which we know are not benefiting our bodies. Balance can be tipped in many areas of our lives. So bear in mind, balance is a very broad spectrum. But of course, keeping the balance in all these different areas is where your focus needs to be drawn to. So one example, and this is a pattern I've seen from many people, they may drink too often and possibly neglect partners, friends, family, etc. And then they say, "I will never drink again." Although in that moment, it feels like the right answer. And although going out partying a lot is beginning to have a negative effect on others in your life, the answer is to not swing the complete opposite direction. The key is to align the balance. I hope that makes sense. Just to point out, of course, there are some times you do need to cut things out of your life. If you have a particular gambling, drug habit, those kind of heavier situations, you would need to go cold turkey and cut them out. But I'm more talking along the lighter notes where you can shift the balance that aren't that detrimental to your day-to-day, but just need the balance to be realigned. So what this means is you take a step back, you look at the 7 days in the week, and you look how often you're going out or how much you're partying, you look at the ratio, and then you put aside time for others who are close to you. Because what you got to see is the pattern of going out partying to the pattern of quality time to those who are close to you, friends, family, whoever, where the problem is arising, or whoever the problem is arising with. So by readjusting mentally and accepting the balance has shifted, taking steps back in the other direction is to keep that balance. It's not necessarily to say, that's it, no more. It's all about just shifting the balance again. Because it doesn't always mean you have to just stop cold with something. It just means your balance isn't right. Another example, and this is quite an important one, is to keep the balance for yourself, your own happiness. In this day and age, with the high pressure and high speed way of life, finding time to keep ourselves happy, confident and empowered is not as easy as most people seem to believe. I mean, if we look at it on a general scale, most people spend day in and out at work. Then during their lunch breaks or travel time, whenever, they'll be on their phones, laptops, they'll be checking social media, and social media will be blasting us with images of perfection, ways of life, all these things which then fuel insecurities within ourselves. It could be within our looks, within our lifestyle, within our way of life, our financial situations, whatever. We then finally get home after work, needing to relax and make ourselves feel good. So mostly, people may choose to get distracted, and this is not a conscious decision, but they'll choose distraction within watching TV shows, big things that are current at the moment. You'll see them all in the paper, on your social media feeds, talking all about the topical stuff, maybe Netflix series, whatever it is. But it's a distraction. People may talk to their friends on their phones, or even more, social media blasting. So if we look at this is hours and hours of distraction from ourselves, constantly looking at the other side of the fence. The expression, the grass is greener on the other side. And it seems, and it can be, and it's good to acknowledge that sometimes we may only be looking at the grass on the other side of the fence, but we don't know. We may not consciously be aware of this fact. And of course, by this stage, hours have gone by, you've had your dinner, it's time to go to sleep, maybe a few YouTube videos, whatever. And then the pattern repeats the next day. See, with this ongoing cycle, it's no surprise we're living a life with more and more people being diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and all kinds of mental issues. The balance within ourselves is not quite as it should be. Society is telling us how to be happy by buying this particular product, this particular lifestyle. But what's interesting is if you look at the mental statistics, they're going up. And they're going up in areas where the blasting and the more distraction is taking place. So through using this example, the answer is we need to balance our minds. We need to find from within ourselves what keeps us balanced. Everyone is different. What keeps me balanced will be different to what keeps you balanced, but the concept and the strategy will be the same. So here comes a good question. How do you find your balance? Balance is a way of living. It's a process. It's an ongoing process. You take a step back, you look at how you live your life, you admit to yourself what is most likely a high reason to make you feel unhappy or trigger anxiety, or why you feel unbalanced. You then take steps forward to making time to focus on you with no distractions. This could be alone time, could be flexing a creative muscle, could be fitness, could be working on a project or idea you've postponed for ages. Anything. Only you will have the answer to this. This will be in your mind. It may not spring out straight away, but with a bit of thoughts and brainstorming, it may come to light. It's all things that make you feel good within yourself and you feel you grow and take a step forward. Something or an activity which when you go to sleep, you look back at that day with a smile on your face and you say, you know what? I'm proud of myself. I did a good job today. I'm impressed with that. Balancing in time for yourself, your partner, your family, your friends, everyone and anyone who is important in your life or people who are meaningful is important. Make time to keep the balance aligned. If you're in a partnership, a family, or perhaps a friendship group, whatever it is, if you're the one who is unbalanced and you're unbalanced is causing problems within these other circles or partnerships, communicating with everyone else, they can help give you an answer or they can help bring you closer. But you need to be open and you need to hear things you may not want to hear. But remember, struggle is growth. If you can grow and get that balance back, believe me, you will feel so much better. And everyone around you who are involved where the balance is somewhat tipped, everyone will feel better. And then you will feel so proud of yourself for making that balance align again. So to summarize, here are 5 tips to remember. 1. Balance is not a goal, but an ongoing process. Being balanced does not mean being calm, relaxed, and content all the time. Balance often occurs only for a fleeting moment, but it can reappear over and over again. Rather than trying to stay balanced, think of yourself as practicing balancing over and over again. It's a mindset that you have to be aware of. Keep the balance. Number 2, prioritize. The problem is often figuring out just what is most important on any given day in any given moment. What is your priority? Number 3, set both long and short-term goals. Number 4, be specific. It's more useful to say, I'm going to spend an hour alone with each child or perhaps myself or my partner this week, than to say, I'm going to have quality time with whoever. Quality time is a great concept, but it's also a vague one. And since it's so vague, it's hard to know whether or not you've accomplished that goal, which then makes it hard to feel like you've achieved the balance. The same is true if you say that you are going to eat healthily or exercise more. I would say you got to make sure you set specific goals. For example, this week, you might say to yourself, I want to add more kale to my 3 meals, or perhaps every morning I'd like to have fruit with my breakfast. Maybe I'll go for a run every morning for 30 minutes on Wednesdays and Friday mornings. Let's just say if it was a more health goal. And finally, number 5. Remember, balance doesn't mean to stop or cut out. It means to add in and live a more balanced day to day. It's a mindset. If you approach many situations in your life with a balanced view, you'll find that not only will you find further alignment within yourself, but others in your life will gain further respect and appreciation for your actions. Having a balanced understanding can stretch way further into empathy of others, perhaps understanding of others, and of course appreciation of others. Because with a balanced mindset, you got to weigh everything up. Remember, actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap. You can say it, but where the results follow is when you do it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this video has somewhat helped trigger an idea or maybe given you some sort of guidance in the right direction. That's the whole point of this channel. Please check out and follow us on Instagram at Pharaoh Phoenix Life. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. And of course, if you can tell your friends, your family, share this video, share the channel with whoever you may feel benefit, and let's keep this positive movement growing. Thanks again, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.